Welcome to our historical journey exploring the remarkable achievements of King Alexander I of Yugoslavia. From uniting diverse peoples into a single kingdom to implementing bold reforms that would echo for generations, Alexander's story is one of vision, courage, and ultimately, sacrifice. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to catch more videos exploring the fascinating figures who shaped our modern world. In December 1918, as Prince Regent of Serbia, Alexander played a pivotal role in the formation of the Kingdom of Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes, the precursor to Yugoslavia. Picture this: multiple ethnic groups with centuries of separate history and sometimes bitter rivalries, suddenly united under one flag. Alexander helped negotiate this delicate union, bringing together South Slavic peoples who had previously been divided between the Austro-Hungarian Empire and the Ottoman Empire. This wasn't just redrawing lines on a map, it was attempting to forge a national identity where none had existed before. Achievement number 2, establishing constitutional monarchy. Alexander initially established a constitutional monarchy with a parliamentary system, showing his commitment to modern governance rather than absolute rule. Despite growing up in a tradition of strong monarchical power, Alexander recognized the changing political landscape of post-war Europe. This constitutional framework, though imperfect, represented an important step toward democratic institutions in a region with limited democratic experience. Achievement number 3, territorial defense and border settlements. Following World War I, Alexander successfully defended Yugoslavia's borders against multiple territorial disputes, particularly in negotiations with Italy over Dalmatia and Fiume. Through diplomatic skill and occasional military posturing, he secured favorable borders that protected key coastal territories vital to the new kingdom's economic future. His firm stance during these negotiations earned him respect on the international stage. Achievement number 4, the royal dictatorship and national unity. In January 1929, facing political gridlock and ethnic tensions that threatened to tear the country apart, Alexander took a controversial but decisive step. He suspended the constitution and established a royal dictatorship. While this move has been criticized by historians, Alexander believed it was necessary to prevent civil war. During this period, he officially renamed the country Yugoslavia, Land of the South Slavs, symbolizing his vision of a unified nation transcending ethnic divisions. Achievement number 5, administrative reforms and modernization. Alexander implemented sweeping administrative reforms, dividing the country into 9 administrative regions, banovinas, that deliberately crossed traditional ethnic boundaries. This was an ambitious attempt to erode traditional ethnic divisions by creating new administrative units based on geographical rather than ethnic boundaries. While controversial, these reforms represented Alexander's determination to forge a truly unified Yugoslav identity. Achievement number 6, educational and cultural development. Alexander invested heavily in education and cultural institutions, establishing new universities, museums, and cultural centers across Yugoslavia. Education became a particular focus, with literacy rates improving significantly during his reign. Alexander believed that a shared educational system would help forge a common Yugoslav identity among the younger generation, an investment in the country's future. Achievement number 7, international diplomacy and alliances. Alexander positioned Yugoslavia as a significant European power through strategic alliances, particularly the Little Entente with Czechoslovakia and Romania, and strong ties with France. This diplomatic network provided crucial security guarantees for the young nation and elevated Yugoslavia's standing on the global stage. Alexander's diplomatic skill was evident in navigating the complex European political landscape between the world wars. Achievement number 8, economic development and infrastructure. Despite the global challenges of the Great Depression, Alexander initiated major infrastructure projects, including railways, roads, and industrial development. These projects not only provided employment during economic hardship, but also literally connected the disparate regions of Yugoslavia, binding them together with physical links that facilitated trade and movement between previously isolated areas. Achievement number 9, religious tolerance and multinational policies. Alexander worked to balance the interests of different religious groups within Yugoslavia, particularly Orthodox Christians, Catholics, and Muslims. As the leader of a multi-religious state, Alexander recognized that religious tolerance was essential for national unity. He maintained official support for different religious institutions while attempting to place Yugoslav identity above religious divisions. Achievement number 10. The assassination and lasting legacy. Alexander's final achievement came in his death. After his assassination in Marseille in 1934, the outpouring of grief across Yugoslavia demonstrated that despite all challenges, he had made progress in creating a sense of shared Yugoslav identity. The international reaction to his assassination also led to one of the first attempts at creating international anti-terrorism conventions through the League of Nations, establishing a precedent for international cooperation against political violence. King Alexander I's legacy remains complex and contested. Critics point to his authoritarian turn and the ultimate failure of Yugoslavia to survive as a unified state in the long term. Supporters highlight his vision of unity in a region traditionally divided by ethnic and religious differences. What's undeniable is Alexander's profound impact on Balkan history. His bold experiment in South Slavic unity, though ultimately unsuccessful, represented an ambitious attempt to overcome centuries of division. Today, as we look at the independent nations that emerged from Yugoslavia's eventual dissolution, Alexander's dream of unity may seem distant. Yet his vision of cooperation among the South Slavic peoples continues to resonate as these nations forge their own paths forward, connected by their shared history. What do you think of Alexander's legacy? Was his vision of a unified Yugoslavia doomed from the start, or could it have succeeded under different circumstances? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this historical journey, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos exploring the fascinating figures who shaped our modern world. And don't forget to check out our playlist on influential European monarchs linked in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.